To defeat crime and radical Islamic terrorism in our country, to win trade in our country, you need tremendous physical and mental strength and stamina. Hillary Clinton doesn't have that strength or stamina, believe me.
That's what he's showing right now. Welcome back to Harvard. That was Donald Trump last week in Wisconsin, remarking, if you will, that Hillary Clinton doesn't have, as he said, the strength and stamina to take on ISIS. Well, the Trump campaign is taking on Clinton, and the latest line of attack is on the former Secretary of State's health. Trump continued that attack Saturday night in Virginia. Let's watch him.
She will never be able to fix the ISIS problem that her policies created. For one thing, she doesn't have the strength or the stamina, coupled with all of the other problems that this country has.
And former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani, a Trump campaign advisor, pushed that conspiracy theory just yesterday. Let's watch Rudy Giuliani.
She has an entire media empire that constantly demonizes Donald Trump and fails to point out that she hasn't had a press conference in 300 days, 200 days, 100 days, I don't know how long. Fails to point out several signs of illness by her. What you got to do is go online.
Her campaign and a number of people defending her, saying there's nothing factual to the claims about her health, and that's speculation at best.
Well, so go online and put down Hillary Clinton illness. Take a look at the videos for yourself.
They're outrageous. Go look at it yourself. Hillary Clinton illness. Go look it up, somebody. Anybody watching, go look them up online. They're right there, and make your judgment about them. Anyway, Charlie Sykes is a conservative radio talk show host from Milwaukee, and Steve McMahon's a Democratic strategist. Charlie, thanks for your effort to get on tonight. And I want to ask you about, I got somebody at the end of the show about, I've been watching politics since I was about 5 years old, and I've been watching how this health issue is used. The funny thing is, and the sad thing is, when it really is relevant, they don't talk about it, like Roosevelt in 1944. You know, he was really in bad shape, and he died very soon after getting reelected. And that really wasn't a big issue. But then they use it other times when it really isn't, like Mike Dukakis being accused by Reagan and the others of being an invalid because a right-wing newspaper pushes the story that he'd had counseling. So whenever it's raised, it seems to be wrong, and when it's not raised, well, we don't know about it. Your thoughts? Health of Hillary Clinton, is it a factor in this election?
Well, only to the extent that Donald Trump, rather than talking about the Clinton Foundation or more substantive issues, has allowed himself to, veer off into the fever swamps. And I think this is going to be a mark of what this campaign is going to look like. This is the kind of stuff that, as Rudy Giuliani mentioned, you can look up on the internet. You can go into the alternative reality bubble of the conspiracy theory, Breitbart.com world. And yeah, this is really a big deal. And Donald Trump is insisting on talking about it when he should be talking about some more substantive issues. But again, this is what you get.
What do you think, Steve? Are there more substantive issues? Let's talk about the health thing right now. It seems to me Hillary's defense is to just keep showing up.
That's right.
Now, whether she holds a press conference or not is another kettle of fish. She may not want to hold press conference because she doesn't want to talk about the Clinton Global Initiative, the things that Charlie's talking about. There are a lot of reasons why you might dodge a big picture hour of anybody can get me who wants to.
Anybody who's ever watched somebody run for president, and that, Hillary Clinton's been doing it a long time, sees how much stamina it takes. I mean, she doesn't run home every night so she can sleep in her own bed. She doesn't come out once a day for a rally at 7 o'clock at night and then fly home to her penthouse in New York. She's out there campaigning every single day, all day long.
Does she have a penthouse in New York?
Donald Trump, I think, might have a penthouse in New York. Anybody who thinks she doesn't have the stamina should go out on the campaign trail with her and walk a mile in her shoes or a week in her shoes and find out just how much stamina
So why is Trump pushing this baby?
Well, I don't know. And it's,
because it's not provable that she's healthy? Is it one of those things where you can't disprove a negative?
It's the birth certificate of 2016. Earlier in the show, you were talking about how he's trying not to lose any more support. He's hemorrhaging support among women, and he wants to try to shore up whatever support he has left. This is no way to do it.
You know, when he went after Ted Cruz, I mean, you know about that, Charlie, and the sick thing about going after Cruz, and I'm no fan of Cruz, but going after his father for being a part of the assassination of Jack Kennedy based upon, reports in the National Enquirer.
Right. Yeah.
Why would anybody vote for someone who believed this, as Joe Biden would say, malarkey? I mean, how would you trust a guy to deal with anything, the economy, anything that mattered to you, if they based their facts on this kind of stuff, the National Enquirer and what's on the internet?
Well, that is what's going on here. And you know, when he named Steve Bannon to be the CEO of his campaign, he basically said, look, this is the kind of stuff I'm going to be talking about. Look, every single week, I get calls from Republicans who tell me, Charlie, he's going to make the pivot. He's going to be talking about substantive issues. He understands that he's got to stop the insults. He's going to be talking about Hillary's record. He's going to be talking about these other issues. And then when I will ask them, well, why is he talking about Hillary's, her health? Why is he peddling these kinds of things? And they just roll their eyes. And I don't know why they're even surprised by this anymore.
Well, could it be that, you see this woman behind her? These are grown-up women.
Yeah.
They're all laughing at this stupid stuff about the wall. So could it be, Charlie, could it be, Steve, he's made the mistake of believing reality is what people will laugh at and cheer at his rallies.
That's exactly, you know, this is what convinced Mitt Romney that he was going to win the election in 2012. The people that were around him at his rallies. Charlie actually had the best line of the campaign so far when he said, it's like Donald Trump has gone into hospice. He wants to be surrounded by the people who admire him the most.
Painlessness.
Political hospice I'm talking about, I'm not spreading a health rumor here. I'm just saying political hospice. He wants to be surrounded by people at his rallies who admire him when he says crazy things and who get all excited, so he'll say even crazier things.
You know, the thing about being in public life, Charlie, is...
displays.
And by the way, when you're in public life, nice people who like you always say so. People that don't like you walk past you and ignore you. That's really, I've learned that. I think that's the way it works. Otherwise, everybody loves me. I'm not sure that's true. Anyway, Charlie, maybe they love you more than anybody else on the earth. But anyway, thank you for joining us. Charlie Sykes, who made a big effort to get here tonight, my friend Steve McMahon.